Hey there, viewers, and welcome back to another What's Up Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Starting a little bit early. I told you 6:15. I can't wait any longer because today was complete chaos. Like insane chaos at the shop. Started out nice and smooth, and then it all hit the proverbial fan. And I need to coming down. And no lunch today, skipped lunch, ate a light breakfast, which is very unusual for me. So I'm starving. I'm actually shaky. I need to eat before we get into the actual What's Up Wednesday. A lot going on personally in the personal life on a real level. Sad day for me. Besides, everything that's happening here at work. So, first of all, thank you all for joining. Thank you to all our patrons, all of you folks that decide to join us here on the What's Up Wednesday, who support us with, financially and through your support here in the comments, sending us swag in the mail. Always much appreciated, and I want to make sure that I always get that point across, even though sometimes the words don't flow out of my mouth. I do mean it from the bottom of my heart, from my feels, to all of you folks. I'm starving. I've prepared. Phone's off the hook. Doors are locked. Air compressor shut off. Didn't turn off the heater, but I think we're good. Oh yeah, I'm sporting Power Probe, not a sponsor, because they don't have a pocket. If they sent me a shirt with a pocket, are you listening to me, Jeff, owner of Power Probe? Send me a shirt with a pocket, and then we'll talk. Today is my lucky day of sorts, because today, under my foil package, I have some famous Paula Deen's macaroni and cheese. Now, some of you who watch the SMA channel know about my girl Pat, one of my customers, former baker, Italian lady, loves to make me some good stuff and is perhaps one of my favorite chefs besides Mrs. O. Add that disclaimer. She makes me this macaroni and cheese, but only once in a while, because when Pat comes in and tells you this stuff will kill you and you should not eat it, coming from this lady means you probably shouldn't eat it. It's like butter, bacon grease, sour cream, all kinds of goodness. If you guys could smell this stuff, it's amazing. And she made me, usually she makes me just one small serving. When you eat it, your heart races, you sweat, and your body says, this is not good for you. Don't eat anymore. And then you just need a nap. So, but this time she made the big family size package, and it's freaking amazing. I've yet to taste this. Let's see here. So we're going to indulge. The grease is running off. This stuff is so amazing. So she brought me this and a Dutch apple pie. Oh my gosh, guys. I wish that you could be in this, because it is so good. I'm sorry I'm eating in front of you, but I'm literally starving. Like I said, I'm tremoring. So it probably doesn't help that I drank like 6 cups of coffee today. But this stuff will straight up kill you. It's worth it. By all means. I told Vanessa I may have a heart attack today on the What's Up Wednesday, but I don't care. If I do, somebody call 911. It's 47 South Main Street in Avoca. Send them here. Oh, that is quite a bit of coffee. So just bear with me, guys, here a little bit. Oh, we got a super chat. I missed it. Abdel Musin, I appreciate the super chat. I see there is no note with it. I hope that didn't get goofed up, but certainly appreciate your super chat, although completely not necessary, folks. Yeah, definitely did have some good coffee, and that is coming from Justin, who I believe is the guy who sent me my Yeti. I have my first Yeti mug. Of course, I don't have it because I used it earlier today, so this is another mug sent from another viewer who owns a Toro dealership. And I have matching hat and gloves in case I want to look like a real Toro fanboy. But Justin sent me a Yeti cup, which I'm like, yeah, I would think like insulated mug. Well, mug schmug, the sucker works. You used to take a cup of coffee, cup of Joe, leave it on your toolbox, and it sucks the heat right out of it. Like within 15 minutes, you got cold coffee. So, man, this stuff is so good. So the Yeti works. Of course, AVE did a experiment on them, so I didn't have my doubts. Mike Holt says he never washes his Yeti. Well, I didn't want to. I wanted to make sure I washed it initially to make sure there's no nothing in it, no crack cocaine dust or something, you know, and washed it. And then, of course, I have a tendency to have like 6 or 7 coffee cups throughout the shop throughout the day because I drink and then I set it down and then I just go get a new cup and then I take in the arsenal of coffee cups to Mrs. O when I'm done, and so it's in the sink. Come on, get up here. Get up here. Come on, Sheba. Come on, you want some macaroni and cheese? Ooh, there's Sheba. Everybody can say hi to old Sheba. You want a snack? Yeah? You can have a little bite. She loves macaroni and cheese. You just love anything. Oh, too hot for you? There you go. Oh man, if the dog won't eat it, you're so vicious, Sheba. You want another bite? It's got bacon in it, girl. How can you not like this? Here's a chunk of bacon for you. Yeah, that's good stuff. Don't take my finger off. Mean. So I figure I may as well macaroni and cheese. Well, I'm telling you, I know you're a chef, and macaroni and cheese does sound blah. Apparently, this is Paula Deen's recipe. I think she's like the heavy-set lady with like the super white teeth that's on TV. Perhaps got arrested for being racist or something. I don't know her story, but if this is her macaroni and cheese recipe, it is the bomb. And I don't know if anybody says that. Come on, Sheba, get up here. Come here. Come on. Get up here and check. So I figure I better tell you guys now because you're going to find out eventually. I'm assuming because you're observant. I am down to, and this is hard for me to say because it is not an easy decision that I had to make. I'm down to 1 husky. I'm down to Sheba. And no, Chloe is not dead. We did not have to have her put down. However, anybody who owns huskies knows that they are an extremely high energy dog. They require lots of exercise. They're aggressive players. It typically are not friendly with smaller animals because they have an incredible drive or kill instinct to eat cats, small animals, small dogs, whatnot. I've had other huskies growing up. I've had several other huskies, males, females, and I got Chloe from a bad place. Basically, Chloe had an extremely aggressive mother. It was kind of a real dumpy puppy mill type stuff. So anyhow, so I got Chloe when she was just a wee little puppy. She's always grown up in our family with Sheba, Fat Pearl, our cat butler, Trixie, who is now gone to kitty heaven, and has always exhibited signs of being dominant, wanting to be dominant. And it's never been a huge deal because Sheba's always kind of put her in her place. Sheba's not aggressive whatsoever. And they always play rough, you know, as huskies tend to do. However, as of late, and I would say in the last couple months, Chloe has ramped it up to the next level and has become extremely aggressive towards our other animals, and unprovoked aggression, not over just, you know, oh, there's some food, you know, we're going to fight. It's just unprovoked. There's no other way to put it. She got Sheba pretty good the other day. She's bleeding out of her side of her head here, and she's got some pretty good scars on the side of her muzzle now where she's missing some hair, and they got into a pretty nasty fight. So, you know, you kind of as a pet parent, you neglect to want to admit it. And then she attacked Butler, our cat, our tomcat, who's, you know, got a pretty mean streak in him anyways. You know, he lives outside, but I thought she killed the cat, and it was just, you know, unprovoked. He was walking by and she just, you know, unleashed on him. Now, she has never been food aggressive. Like, if you put this plate down, you can just reach down and pick it up. She doesn't bite at people. She's never bit at a person. However, my fear is when, when she's at home, if she were to attack the cat, attack Pearl, which she's done multiple times now, or Sheba, if the kids were to intervene and she was to bite one of my children, my fuse is about that long. If a dog were to bite my kid, any of them, Sheba included, if they bite my children, I'm not going to say what I would do on TV because I don't want people to think I'm inhumane, but it would be all over. I won't tolerate an animal biting my dog or my children rather. So needless to say, I reckon we spoke with our vet. We spoke with another dog trainer, a pet groomer, and we talked to him. We said, look, here's what's going on. She's starting to become aggressive, very aggressive towards other animals, to the point it was concerning us. We don't want our children to get bit if they try to break up the, dog fight. So, everybody kind of came to the same agreement that she needs to be in a no other pet home. She's extremely friendly. So we chose to adopt her out to a elderly guy. I don't want to say elderly. I mean, the guy runs like 20,000 miles a year or something, has had huskies as running companions in the past, and, has no other pets in his home. And that is the route we took. It was not easy for us and our family. It certainly wasn't easy for our kids to have, a dog that we've had for 2 years, but it is the best decision because I don't want to have her put down if, something were to happen with one of my kids. So that's the story in a nutshell. I'm not 100% happy with it. She left today, so I'm a little messed up, but it is what it is. I can't take the chance. So, that's what we had to do. So, like I say, it's not an easy decision. However, it is something that had to be done to prevent, future problems. And I don't see it getting any better. If, let's say, my kids were older, where I could, tell my kids, like, look, if the dogs, get aggressive, I understand the whole alpha, pecking order, particularly among huskies. They establish a pecking order. But, if my kids were older, where I could say, hey, if the dogs are fighting, don't stick your hand down there, grab her by the tail, yank her back, whatever, do what you got to do. But when they're, 7, 8, and 10, I can't tell them to do that. And then all of a sudden dog turns around and bites them, maybe unintentional, whatever it may be. That's my fear. So anyhow, that's where I'm at. So if you don't see Chloe in future videos, she is not dead. However, she is off to a better home or somebody that can provide her with a better quality of life. So, but that's that. Now my macaroni and cheese is getting cold, but I needed to get that off my chest to make me feel better. However, I'm still sad. There's no doubt about it. Come on, get up here. Come on, get up here. Listen, you can do it. You sit in the chair all the time. I don't know if Sheba's going to care. It kind of sucks because, I was her companion. But she still has Fat Pearl. So, and they get along fine. You still got Fat Pearl, don't you? Yeah. Of course, we still have Butler, but yeah, my cat Trixie, she had to get put down, but it just sucks. I feel more bad for my kids. I understand what's happening. Vanessa understands what's happening. Explaining this to a 7, 8, and 10-year-old, they don't understand. So, but so it was a pretty emotional night last night, trying to get everybody to sleep, and going to school this morning was a big deal. And but yeah, so that's where I'm at. I'm almost done eating here, and then we'll get the mail call. Chuck Norris would definitely bite that dog. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna get. We're not going to get another dog right away. I don't want to go through the process. I've never had a mean husky or one that was aggressive. I did have a male growing up. His name was Dusty. He's about a 90-pound male. He was a cat killing machine. And of course, we lived next to a farm who had lots of cats, and he was a cat murderer. There's no nice way to put it. He was nice to everybody else, but if you were a cat, you didn't stand a chance. But, oops, there's some on the floor there for you, Sheba. So that's where we're at. So 1,000 of you know. Of course, more people will come back and watch this. This macaroni and cheese is the bomb. Yeah, well, Sheba's stealing the show. Yeah, it is a tough thing, Pat. I mean, it sucks. I mean, there's no doubt about it. It sucks. But what are you gonna do? You can't be selfish until one of your children get hurt. It's what if there was a dog fight, or they were trying to get the cat out of the dog's mouth and the dog bit them in the face, or blinded them. Is it worth it? It's not worth it. It's not worth risking one of your children to get hurt for. And I have no doubt that Chloe will make this guy a great dog, because by herself she is a wonderful dog. She listens better than Sheba. Sheba listens to me quite well. She heals better. She walks better. Very food driven. Very attentive. Extremely high energy. Needs an insane amount of exercise. Keith from New Level. Oh wait, Homer, check engine light blinks with key out. I don't know, Keith. I'm not even going to attempt to answer your question because I know you're a smart ass. So, but you're probably right. It blinks with the key out. It's probably shorted to the security light wire is going to be my guess. The security light that normally blinks. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. Yep. Could benefit you, right? If the light's blinking, Keith, do what anybody else would do down there. Take the bulb out, bro. All right, we're almost done. I'm sorry to waste your time here in the beginning. Yeah, exactly. If you didn't do it, yeah. What did you say there? Oh man, it's going by too quick. Let's see. Crap, I miss it. Just think how you'd feel if something happened to one of your children and you've done nothing. Exactly, and that's it. And I don't want to be. Yeah, I know my dog licks his own butt. You know what? I don't care. I still feed it. It ain't gonna kill you. But yeah, if you don't do anything, then you would feel terrible because you should have done something. Here's the signs. Here's the writing on the wall. She's still a great dog. So that's that. That's where we're at. Let's see. Oops. Hey, Eric, let's suppose that YouTube dies as a whole, whether it's due to AdSense or some other reason. Do I have a backup plan? I don't want to sound ungrateful for what we've become on YouTube, or how the financial aspect of YouTube. If YouTube tanks tomorrow, I'm just I'll move on. I'll just keep doing my thing. I've ran this business for, I don't even know what year it is, 14 years, I guess. Made it for a long time without YouTube. So I don't know. I don't want to. I don't want to come off like a jerk. Basically, I guess is what I'm getting at, is if YouTube tanks, and this is not my sole source of income. My business here is. If you're asking in the sense, would I find another platform to post videos on? I would. I would try to look, because I do enjoy doing this. I enjoy the interaction with, you, the people, the viewers. So yes, I would look to. To try to find, another platform. If, let's say in the event YouTube, went belly up tomorrow, no more YouTube. It would not hurt me or my family financially, if that's what you're asking. And yes, I would try to find another platform to host videos on. So hopefully that answers your question. But that's why you never put all your eggs in one basket, I guess would be my thoughts on that too. These guys that go full gorilla on YouTube, quitting their jobs, doing all that stuff, my hat's off to you. But when it tanks, or there's something goofs up on YouTube where you're not generating that income First of all, there's nobody to call. There's nobody to email. There's nobody to talk to. You're not going to get any answers. A channel with, like mine, 100,000 subscribers, it's peanuts. Even if you have 1 million, it's peanuts. It's nothing. They don't care about who you are or anything. So there's billions of people. One person, something getting goofed up, whatever. As I found out, because I had to switch my tax information on my Google AdSense from an independent to an LLC as we changed, and it is a complete shabacle trying to do that. They weren't accepting the tax form being as an LLC, and your EIN number and all that stuff. You submit it, which is good. You register with the IRS. You have documentation that you have your LLC. You've switched. You're no longer DBA, and it turns into a complete mess. And there is 0 people. You cannot talk to anybody. There's no email. All there is forums for help and this and that, and page after page after page of people's struggles trying to get that process done. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I'm not worried. Forget about it is what I would say if I had a sweet New York accent. Here, Sheba, here, ding dong. She doesn't like the wooden chair. Anyhow. Oh no, you didn't miss mail call, Jim B. I was starving, so yeah, YouTube support sucks, hands down. There is no support, basically. How about that? If there is any type of support, you're essentially just talking to another creator person, stuff like that. So it's a waste of time. You do it, your channel gets shut down, life goes on. You move on, you do something else. Let's see. Alvaro. Let's see. Any ideas where to work on your car if you don't have a shop? I'm in college and I live in a complex, and other students that give me weird looks whenever I do anything on my car. Well, give them weird looks back, fix their cars, and take their money. How's that sound? I do know in some urban areas, rural areas, I don't know, city-ish type areas, there are places that you can rent bays to work on cars. I don't know if that's near your area, but I've seen that, and I'm kind of surprised about that. And some people have actually emailed me asking me if they can rent my bay. The immediate answer to that is no, you can't. For some obvious reasons. The most common one, being insurance. Could you imagine my insurance company would go bonkers? Of course they're like, oh, we'll bring a written waiver saying I'm not going to sue you. No, I don't. But anyhow, I started looking into this, and there are places that you can do that. You rent the bay. It has a lift and tools, apparently, and you rent it by the hour. And for what they were charging, a guy with some talent, you could make some money, working out of there. Of course, there's tax problems and stuff you can run into if you don't, it's income. So, but at any rate, I would probably look into something like that. Beyond that, I'm not real sure, find a friend with a garage. I don't really have an answer for you. Perhaps some of these guys over in the comments can help, fill in the blanks here where I'm slacking. Let's see. The retro entertainment guy, he writes, thank you, Eric Scanner Danner. I've just started working as a mechanic. Still a lot of things to learn. Thanks again. Love everything you do. All right. Well, we appreciate that. And there is always lots to learn in the fact that you'll never stop learning. Ever. Hopefully, that's my goal. Oh, I had to sit that slow because I knew it was coming. I was going to burn my lips. What do you say we get into mail call? Anybody opposed to that? How's the video and stuff looking? I never even asked. Bob Moy says he rents a bay at I Can Fix This and have to sign a waiver, $28 an hour. Yeah, see, that's awesome. What kind of coffee am I drinking? Nothing but the best. Black Rifle Coffee Company. Drawing a blank here. VidFeed's good. What am I chewing? I'm chewing the rest of the Paula Deen's, what she made. Macaroni cheese. My mind is not in the game today. Okay. So let's dig into the mail. First and foremost today, besides being stressful for obvious reasons that I've already explained to you folks, I had 3 YouTubers stopping today, one of which had an appointment to have his car fixed. Let me come over here. Mr. John L. driving his little Honda Fit came in, had some stuff done, had to do some handiwork with the torch, like Picasso got up in there, fix an exhaust flange for him, brake hose. He also brought me some coffee, some goodies, donut sticks, some tea for Mrs. O, a couple gift certificates for the Tops Friendly Market, which is our local grocery store. And he also brought me some coffee, local coffee from where he is, up near Utica. And this stuff is called nothing other than Wake the Hell Up. It sounds like it's pretty potent. And there are 12 eye-opening pods in there. So let's see. These are ultra caffeinated shot. It's perfect when you need to get that eye-opening energy boost to kick your butt in gear fast. Wake the hell up with Utica Coffee Roasting, where they use the highest quality coffee available, roast in small batches, and adhere to business principles that embrace the culture, history, and the vibe of the region. I've had a little too much coffee today to enjoy one of these. Plus, I just ate half a pound of butter in that macaroni and cheese. It sounds heavy duty. It's going to be like emergency. Like, I didn't sleep the night before. Come in, rock and roll. And he also sent a lower grade, we'll call it, not as high octane Utica coffee called the Adirondack. It's a blend of Central and South American coffee with a clean, sweet, mild nuttiness. So there's that. This will be used at home in my French press, pinky out. And when I'm feeling extreme, we'll knock back some of this in the Keurig. I know some people are anti-Keurig. They're like, you can't use a Keurig. You're contributing to landfill waste. You betcha. However, I also recycle, so it counteracts what I do with K-Cups. And I thought about getting a Prius. Not really. Moving right along. You bet that stuff will light a test light. We'll have to give that a try. Let me flick that down. I don't know why. My screen's messed up. I hope you guys can see me. Oh, I can't do it. I can't do it with the sippy cup top because I'm gonna burn the snot out of my tongue. Yeah, Prius. Like I'd buy a Prius. Kidding me? Oh man. Ah, crap. Somebody's here. But he knows I'm doing What's Up Wednesday. I see him looking. Anyhow, I'm losing my mind today, guys. I'm sorry. Also, this week I've had a few accidents, we'll call it, between this week and last week. A few accidents with my Astro LED cob lights. I've had some casualties, we'll call it. My mistake. My original one that I've had for like 2 years, well, we had to put it to rest. It had gone to flickering and then finally went out completely. It's done that in the past. I twisted a little, everything works. So that one's toast. I broke another one, like I'd call it a crack, but it's more like a shatter. So my good friends at Astro Tools did me a solid, as they say, sent me 2 brand new 450 SLs. If you guys aren't familiar with these, you see these in our videos all the time. My favorite work lights, hands down. Not just saying it because they sent it to me. They're actually legit. And unbeknownst to me, they sent me some new ones. Perhaps not even on the market. This may be the first reveal for these. This one is called the 40 UHL. And these are like if your Astrolight had a little baby. So have a look at these things. I've already got one over there because I'm already using it. So same type of thing. Magnetic, super strong magnet, swivel base, ultra bright with, the dimmer, retina melting cob LEDs. And you're like, oh, it's just a little baby one. Magnets on the back, which that's, oh yeah, this cup's stainless. Oh, it has some magnetic content to it. Find something that's metal. My flashlight is not enough metal on that. That must be some sort of stain. I need something metal. I got nothing. How about a can? So it does have a couple of little magnets here on the back. So you can hang it up like that, or, you know, just use, everything's concave down here. You know, just use the magnet. Whatever, it's not a tool review. So let's move on. You understand how a magnet works. The beauty of this one is, look at this. Oh yeah, what's that? That's a black light. UV, ultraviolet. Focusable beam right on the end of it. All right, you know, see what I'm saying? So you can use this to find leaks using UV dye, or you can turn off the lights, get this side flickering, get some glow sticks, have your own little rave in your shop. So those are the two options. The other one that is just like this, that is also the little mini light, the 40HL, is the same thing. However, it does not have the UV party light in the end of it. It just has a standard light. So those are it. So you're going to be seeing these little fellas up in the show, of course. Yes, and you could use this as the one hidden comment says, to take in the motel room and what do you want to say? You know, shine on the curtains and look for the, we'll call them bodily fluids. So it's a good light to have in your suitcase. Take to the motel and examine the sheets prior to sleeping, curtains, switches, and TV remote. However, I wouldn't suggest that if you plan on spending the night there. Yeah, Mike this girl, man, can't. Yeah, when you come up next week, bring up your psychedelic posters, man. I've got the black light. Get some Russian techno, bottle of vodka, some ecstasy. No, don't get any ecstasy. I'm just saying. I'm just flapping off in the mouth right now. But so those are pretty cool. So you guys will be seeing those. Don't know if these are even available yet. So yeah, those are the part numbers. I believe they just came out. Of course, I emailed Astro and said, hey, can I show these? Because I tend to have a big mouth and I want you to be like, oh man, he let the cat out of the bag. They said it was no problem. So we're good with that. So thanks, Astro, for sending me a couple new lights to replace the ones that I broke. There's no other way around it. I just broke them. Went all caveman on him. The other fellow that was here today, he is, whoa, pretty cool guy. He's a downstater, we call him, the other New York. And he is a retired detective, arson detective for the arson bomb squad. What, can you imagine what this guy has seen? His name is Bill N. And him and his wife stopped up, chit-chatted for a little bit with his super sweet New York accent, which I'm jealous of. Wish I had. Brought me some oatmeal raisin cookies and some brownies that are up in this tinfoil. Back when I was in school, we used to get cookies and brownies in tinfoil. You shouldn't want to share them with your friends, if you know what I'm saying. So, and then he gives me the list of how he makes these cookies. And to let me know that he replaced the raisins with some semi-sweet chocolate chips to have a sweeter, different tasting cookie. And left some other goody treats in there, along with a sticker. It says I put this on my back window. If I get pulled over, flip his card out and be like, what's up, cop? I don't know if that really is going to work. And I haven't been pulled over in a long time. But he gave me like, you know, just whip that baby out and be like, you know who you're dealing with, 5-0? I don't think we'll have to use that. Yeah, those are the type of brownies that you used to get in school that came in the tin foil. Oh, I missed one here. Justin, I live in hotels 300 plus days a year. I don't want to know. Yeah, it's best that you don't know, Justin. Just assume that that cleaning lady came into that motel and just did the best job she could. I'm talking bleach, Clorox, everything. She did it all. Light switches, TV remote, sheets, under the bed, shampooed carpets, cleaned everything. Just assume that. Or bring your own bedding, a little bit of bleach, clean the tub, and sleep in it. That would probably be your best bet. So what did I do? Oh, here's one of those cookies. I'm going to eat one of those cookies. Yeah, see, yeah, you know, you guys know where I'm at. Yeah, Erico gets tased. Yeah, I'm not going to whip out the card on the cop and get all cocky. Because if you get pulled over, you're probably doing something wrong anyways, you know. And these don't have that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's safe. You just know You know what I'm saying? If somebody's made the butter, then made the cookies, and then, you know what I'm saying? We won't talk about it. Come on. You want a cookie? Come here. Come here. Come here, you want a cookie? Come on. Yeah, you know you want a cookie. Oh, that's a good girl. Your mother's going to be mad. You got dirt on your muzzle. You just had a bath. The Impact Torx bits they sent, no, I don't believe they're on the market yet. There you go. Yeah, you're a good dog. Yeah, that's right. They can't catch me in the tundra anyways. With the tundra time, I don't care how fast your car is. There's the old saying, you can't outrun that radio. And that's true. What do we have here? I'm extremely disorganized this What's Up Wednesday. I was working right up to the moment till I hit the go button. And we have a note here. This comes from, oh, Jeff. I'm not used to Jeff spelled Geoff, but I do have a customer like that. Jeff E. And he writes, first I wanted to let you know that I enjoy your YouTube channel, Self-Made Auto. I can relate to the rust and corrosion you experience, as here in St. John's, Newfoundland, that's pronounced Newfoundland, just as it's written, the most eastern part of Canada, we use salt by the ton. They have also experimented with brine, which they use in certain conditions where they spray the salt water on the road to start the de-icing process. No wonder after 10 years, most vehicles disintegrate. Hallelujah. I currently have a 2015 Acura MDX Elite, the good wife's vehicle, a 15 Chevrolet GMC Sierra SLT with a fuel-efficient 6.2 liter, my winter and trailer towing rig. Heck yeah, I don't know if you guys have driven any of the Jimmies with the 6.2, but they are a hoss. That is a great engine. GM did good on that. Of course, it has all, you know, normal problems that the 4.8s, 5.3s, 6.0s, 6.2s have, but it has a whole bunch of beans and variable cam timing, and it's a pushrod engine, so kind of unique. Let's see. Anyways, also has a 2018 Acura TLX, a Special Elite 3.5 SH all-wheel drive, my summer jet. I enjoy doing detailing and minor repairs. Love watching you and the family on the channel. I have enclosed a Newfoundland and Labrador license plate from our new series for your plate wall, and a few goodies for you and Mrs. O and the kids. Look here. There's 2 plates up in this joint. How did he seal it? Does he have one of these sealing machines? That's really cool. I'd be packaging stuff all the time. Maybe he works at a butcher shop and they have one of those. Let's see. Oh, they're the same. Did he steal these off someone's car? I'm gonna need to get my cop card over here in case a fuzz shows up. But yeah, now we got some Newfoundland, as they say, Labrador license plates. That's pretty. How do you get a matched pair? You know what? There's sometimes you just don't ask questions. Keep on trucking. So we got that. We'll keep on going. Let's see. A few goodies for you, Miss O's, the kids. Newfoundland Screech Coffee by the Jumpin' Bean Coffee Company is a great coffee. And while the Screech itself is awesome, it's difficult to find, difficult to ship in liquid form. The peppermint knots and assorted kisses. The cookies are from a local company which makes a lot of traditional Newfoundland products. Purity Factories was founded in 1924, specializing in Newfoundland favorites like cookies, syrups, candies, teas, fruit preserves. That reminds me of that one song. It's me again, Margaret. You know that song? I'm coming at you with a weed whacker and some peach preserves. Who is that? Who's that guy that sung that song? The Streak? Come on, remind me. Anyways, every time I think about preserves, I just think of this guy streaking. It's kind of odd. You guys are going to tell me who it is. Famous song, old school stuff. Yeah, it's me again, Margaret. I lost my train of thought. Newfoundland. I got corrected. He wrote Ray Stevens. There we go. It's me again, Margaret. He said Newfoundland. So I don't know how they're saying it up there where you're living. Debbie Renchi, and I know you're up in that neck of the woods, so I'm going to go back to my Newfoundland. That's how I say Newfoundland. Hard bread called hardtack, which is a staple of the Newfoundland diet, formerly used by fishermen as a substitute for bread, as it won't spoil, and is an ingredient in fish and breweries' hard bread. Salt soaked cod and the hard bread overnight separately. You then boil some potatoes and fry up some salt pork. Boil the fish until tender and flaky, and the hard bread and potatoes. Then drizzle the salt pork scrunions and fat on top. Well, that sounds pretty dang good. Sounds pretty salty, but pretty good. Not something you'd want every day, but a nice treat every now and again. Keep up the great, informative, fun videos. And if you'd like to try some of the Newfoundland cuisine, just drop me an email and I'll send you down some supplies with instructions, of course. All the best to you and the family. Jeff E. from Canada. Newfoundland, potato. We thank you, Jeff, for the goodness. Here is the Screech rum-flavored coffee. And a couple of the other goodies that he sent in here. Some biscuits with some French writing. I believe this translates, let me see. Yeah, I believe that translates to family favorites cookies. I'm not up on my French Canadian, but I believe that is it. Peppermint knobs. And assorted kisses. I'm sure we'll get good use out of these, as I have a sweet tooth. We'll stick that in there, of course, the license plate. So thank you for the kind gifts. The rum-flavored coffee. Oh, wait a minute. This is whole bean. I'm going to have to run it through our coffee grinder. In case you didn't know I had one of them little guys. The cookie's starting to digest. I'm not feeling funny. I'm not starting to see things, so I think we're good. Have I experienced any issues with the new Rams having brake squeal? 15 to 17, 2,500, both started around 5K, 2015. Still haven't had it when I, let's see. Still had it when I traded it in at 140K, usually low speed, 15 miles an hour stop. I can't say that I particularly have, Justin. I do not see a lot of 2,500 Dodge pickups. 1,500s, yes. Few customers with the 2,500s. Most of them, I believe, are in situations like yours where they're traveling, like pipeline. I don't know if that's what you do. I'm just looking at your profile picture and the fact that you stay in a bunch of motels. I assume you're, following around a gas line company, something like that. So the company or the two customers that I can think of that have them, they're here briefly, one day a week and then, gone the rest. And I can't say that they've ever commented on that. Of course, I do service their vehicles. I've done their tires. I have done brake jobs on them, which, I think at around like the 60K-ish, 70K, they have a tendency to put on a lot of miles on newer vehicles. And I don't ever recall either one of them complaining. However, knowing the customers, I don't know if they would, so long as it stopped. So maybe that will give you a little insight there. Brake squeal can come from, of course, the pads having, heavy metallic material in the pads, just, squealing metal on metal, essentially, or any spot there is a metal-to-metal contact, brake hardware, caliper to the back of the pad. So there's a lot of areas where you could actually get that metal squeal, particularly at low speeds. You get that frequency just right, and it'll go squawking away. Man, I tell you what, the Toro mug is rocking tonight. This thing is keeping that cut. It's still too dang hot. What else do we got here? Yep, and Steve wrote, the flute in the pad gets full, then it's squeal time. That is also true. So the pads are usually tapered, chamfered, and slotted. Slot gets full. A lot of times that can also cause squealing. This one here, oh wow. So this is on this color, and there is writing on this, but you can't see it because it is in green. And it says, your generosity is bigger than an overstuffed burrito topped with awesome sauce. I wish I had a good Mexican accent, or I would read that. Burrito. Let's see. Huge fan of Mike P. And he tells me how to pronounce his last name. I'm not going to say it to protect his identity because we have like a identity protection thing. Mucho thanks. Thanks for all the videos, all the time and energy. You got to hold it just right to see it's like invisible ink. Maybe I need my black light. Huge fan. Enclosed is a special bottle of my favorite whiskey. Lots of oak for a smooth flavor. Arrow going up. P.S. Mrs. O, let him get a soft serve ice cream machine. I like this guy already. Mike P. promoting the ice cream machine. Sending a bottle of booze in the mail. That's awesome. Let's see what he sent. Today is the day that I can have a bottle of booze. I'm not saying that you should. He did send a bottle of Woodford Reserve double oaked whiskey. I almost feel obligated to try a little bit on the channel. We'll stick it to the side for just a minute before you guys get all wound up, get me drinking whiskey and eating brownies. It could get real. And then in here I also have, I probably got this stuff mixed up. Somebody sent, yes, this one did not have a note with it. The ice cream zone sign. No note came with it, and it came directly from the fulfillment center that fulfills these. So whoever sent this, I appreciate it. Thank you for that. Maybe it came along with a bottle of whiskey. Oh, Mike, the disgruntled mechanic, he's already calling 5-0 on the whiskey. Maybe. Of course, I'll save you some, Mike. It's like a week away. You think I'm going to drink the whole bottle? Probably not. And then I got this nifty hat in the mail. Now, some of you guys may look at this hat and laugh because it has ear flaps. However, when I'm at home and no one's looking, these are my favorite hats to wear when I'm outside. I have another hat very similar to this that's getting a little snug and a little tore up, and I have it at home and it has the ear flaps. And I love it when I'm out plowing snow. And this one comes from a J. Ray R. Not going to pronounce his last name. J. Ray, we're going to call him. Just a token of my appreciation for your entertainment and knowledge you provide. And that's all he wrote. So thank you, J. Ray, for that. I will definitely put the hat to good use. However, it won't be worn on the videos because, well, just because it's not cold in here. Yeah, straight baller. That's right. I'm going to flat brim this thing. What? I don't know where the whole straight brim thing started, but oh, man. Is this good whiskey, Mike? He'll let me know. He's a whiskey drinker. You hear it pop? Oh, it smells good. Not gonna lie about that. It's against my rule number 2, never to drink in the shop because you don't want a customer coming in. Yeah, it's after 5 o'clock anyway. It's free whiskey. It's good. Yeah, obviously. We use our Where in the Heck is Ashfart Germany cup sent to us by a viewer way back when we had like 3,000 subs. Don't even know if the fella still watches, but I still don't know where Ashfart Germany is. Mike says he has no clue, but he wants to try it. You drink here in Kentucky. We'll drink it neat. Are you supposed to smell the cork? Oh, it has very floral fronts and a fruity nose. I don't know what any of that means, but that could get you schnockered. I don't know how heavy duty it is. 45%. Wow. So this is 90 proof. This stuff will get you hammered because that goes down way too smooth. But we're going to skip that for right now. Not a big whiskey fan, but that can make me a whiskey fan. That's pretty good. Pretty yummy. Anywho, moving right along. Let's see. Ain't never found any bad whiskey. Let's see what we got here. Let me just check this. Make sure it's not Mrs. O. Oops, ignore that. Put in my secret code. The German word means exit. What German word? What did I miss? Oh, he says ash fart means exit. I'm not even pronouncing it right. No, that's sipping whiskey. I probably did it wrong. I probably drink it wrong. I drink everything like I'm drinking a beer, so where that can get you in trouble. This one comes from a Rich M. And he writes, Dear Eric, I wanted to thank you for all the informative and entertaining videos. So here's an unofficial redneck camo rocket surgeon NASA WSTF hat for your collection. P.S. More third generation decoder videos. Joking, I just purchased one that has spent 12 years in Arizona and New Mexico. Not a spot of rust, but the evap system has issues. Wow, imagine that. And here is the official NASA hat. Now, if I ever do tend to fly, or if I ever decide to get on an airplane, I'm gonna wear this. Take my cop card that I got earlier today and see if I can just kind of get right through security with my NASA hat and my 2018 cop card. And in regards to your third generation Dodge decoder that you bought in Arizona and Mexico, I would love to see one with no rust, because that must be a treat. And if you have evap systems on it, geez, look at me, I can't even speak now. If you have evap codes on it, here I know what the common issues are. I assume they're very common there. Go underneath the truck, look at the lines that run across the frame to the evap canister, find all the little rubber connections that hold the pipes, plastic pipes together. 90% chance you're going to find those rubbers are split right lengthwise all the way up to the purge line, or the purge solenoid. Excuse me. So check any of the rubber connections on the evap system. I don't guarantee, the odds are in your favor that you will find your problem. So, excuse me. So thank you for the hat, Rich. Good luck finding your evap codes. Gosh, the super chats here, I missed them. 0800 PO500 vehicle speed sensor only as code, no speedo with ABS, check engine light and brake lights on dash. Plus and minus ABS ECU are good, but cannot com with ABS ECU. Also, no lack of com codes with ABS module, no U codes at all. Happened when I came back from a new paint job. Oh gosh, Danny, that is a good question. Nothing that I have ran across yet. I think depending on what scan tool you're using, I would concentrate on the fact that I cannot talk to the ABS unit. It is interesting that you state that none of the other modules have a U code stored for not being able to talk to the ABS module. I don't know their network layout. ABS module should work on, CAN should work on a high-speed network. I would have to do some research on that, Danny. I mean, as much as I would like to be able to give you an answer, the fact that you cannot talk to the ABS module, but the other modules seem to be happy with it, is kind of peculiar. But I'm not a magician. I always feel guilty when people send a super chat and I don't have an answer. That's why I say don't send super chats. It is certainly something I could fix. I don't know where you're at. I have no doubt about that. But gosh, I don't know right offhand. I'm sorry. A little bit jumble-minded today. Sorry, bro. No more super chats, people, please. Just for today. Yeah. Am I able to test HID ballast? I do, in the sense that I check them on factory headlights. Like, let's say you got a Cadillac that comes in, you got the typical, light goes out, flickering, whatever they do, which typically they just go out. Lights go out, lights flicker, turn on, shut off the headlights, turn back on, they go on. At that point, what I do, I don't particularly test the ballast, but I test the inputs to the ballast, where I check all the voltage and everything going into the headlight ballast. If at that point it doesn't work, I deem the ballast bad, and you move on with life. As far as a particular test on the ballast, I don't. I check inputs. If it doesn't, inputs are good, no voltage drop, headlight doesn't work, it gets a new ballast. So let's see, that is that. I think we are winding down. Stick this down here in my camel hat with my cop card, just in case. And then we hit the mother load over here. Self-employed contractor warranty work on manufactured homes. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Very cool, Justin. So that's why you're traveling all around the country to the trailer parks. Are you talking manufactured homes like, what are they called? Modulars. I guess a lot of this stuff is factory built. Modulars, trailers, stuff like that. Anyhow, moving on. I don't know if April from April Maples is watching, but there's a new cat in town, April, and he's in your neck of the woods over in Whittingham, BT. That's Vermont, Maple City, capital of the world. So April, beware of these folks. This is from Eric C. You guys got a fantastic name. See how you like this. These folks are cousins from about 10 generations ago. I hope you and the family enjoy. And this is from the Course Maple Farm. Let me go ahead and see if there's something without this fella's name on it that we can promote. Give a shout out. Whoop, whoop. This is where the folks are from. Course Maple Farm. So there it is. That's their place. That's the bucket they get the maple syrup in, take it in there, put it in the finishing pan, and boom, next thing you know, we got liquid gold. And this fella pulled out all stops and did me a solid with a full gallon of maple syrup. Now, this maple syrup that he sent is very dark. It's a grade A, very dark, strong Vermont maple syrup, all natural, 100% pure. This grade has a very dark color with a strong maple taste. This is Mrs. O's fave maple syrup. I prefer like a medium amber. She likes extra dark syrup. This guy sends me a gallon. I'm thinking, whoa, at almost $70 a gallon for maple syrup. That's a heck of a good treat to get. Then the Ups guy comes in carrying a second one. 2 full gallons of the maple syrup, extra dark, from Vermont. So I'm just telling you, April's Maple, these guys, they're letting, and then I'm thinking, wow, 1, 2, 3, and 2 are missing because Mrs. O snagged them. Maple candies, little pieces of heaven right here. So I will say this, guys, whether you get your maple products from these folks here over at the Course Maple Factory, and these came from Eric C., and these are his relatives. If you buy your maple products from them, which I assume they have an online presence and ship, which I know they do because I've seen their menu. If you haven't had real maple syrup, I encourage you to at least go on and buy a little, just a little bit. And if you do, you will never eat maple syrup that comes in an Aunt Jemima container. Nothing against my girl Aunt Jemima, but she don't hold a match to the real deal. And it's to the point where I'm spoiled with pure maple syrup because, like I say, we always buy our yearly ration from, a local supplier, which this year we ain't gonna be buying as much because we got some now. Right now is the peak of maple syrup season. All different kinds, everything from lights, mediums, darks. A lot of it depends on how it's finished in their finishing pans when they cook it down, to the time of year in which they extract the sap from the trees. Lots of variables, depends on what they get, how much they cook it to take it down into a sugar, blow it into a cotton candy, make some of this stuff. I'm not making this stuff up, folks. This is the best stuff that you can have. So I would encourage you to try some. Hook up with these guys. Hook up with April's Maple. She did us a solid on last week's What's Up Wednesday. This is liquid gold, folks. And just to make this 1 gallon, I believe, I'm going to have to double check this. I do not know this for a fact, but it takes about 150 gallons of sap to make just this 1 gallon. And if you think about it and you look at these places and they're pumping out, hundreds of gallons of pure maple syrup, the amount of raw product that they have is intense. Maybe it says on here. Oops. I was way off on my facts. Let's see, 40 gallons of pure maple sap to make 1 gallon of syrup. So 40 gallons, not 150. What the do I know? So 40 gallons of sap, that's still a pretty big ratio. Essentially a 55-gallon drum just to get 1 gallon. Actually, they've got lots of good facts and data on here. We won't read through it all. Check them out. I'll give you guys their. Do they got a website? Oh, they do. If not, they got a phone number and you can call them. Got me a maple syrup cookbook. Crap biscuit. I don't see a website right offhand. Check them out. Hit the Google. Holler at them. Give them a call. That does not have their phone number on it. Somewhere it should. A lot of the Amish folks. Oh, yep. Boom. There we go. Dig a little deeper, son. Find them on the web. Of course, maplefarm.com. Bam. Already on their website. Thanks for the diabetes. Yeah. Good stuff. I love me some maple syrup. I'm not gonna lie. And I'll tell you if let's see. A friend close to Eric is making syrup now. He has a sugar shack, and I get a direct supply. So that is from Pennsylvania Cooking and Homestead. And she wrote that, a friend of hers near me, which a lot of folks around our area do maple syrup. There's a lot of sugar shacks, or what people refer to sugar shacks. So sometimes these are located downhill of a big maple stand of maples, and they'll pipe it in with like PEX tubing, have it, right down to, their big supply tanks. And then, from there into their, sugar shack where they actually, they're boiling this stuff off. It's a big business. It's a big thing people do, huge in Vermont, very popular here, especially amongst the Amish. A lot of people just dabble in it where they make their own private stock. Some people make it for resale. So one of my favorite treats with the maple syrup is to put it on vanilla bean ice cream. Take vanilla bean, big dish, buy a half-gallon vanilla bean, cut it in half, one night, one the next night, put the maple syrup on it, and then it like freezes a little bit in the bottom. It's like gold. You get through the ice cream, you get down there, and it's just like a heart attack. This stuff is awesome. Let's see, I missed one here. Eating from the west coast of Canada. So that is the extreme of Newfoundland, opposite side of the world. First time watching a What's Up Wednesday live. Just wanted to say how much I appreciate your videos, and I've been learning a lot along the way. I've been sub since the 20K mark. Wow. So Andre L has been with us for a long time. Appreciate that, Andre. Thanks for tuning in all the way from the west coast of Canada. Don't let me forget my kids tonight. I do have to pick up my kids. Put some whiskey and maple in your coffee. I'll be going places. I still have to pick up my kids. I cannot suck down any more whiskey than that because I'm a responsible adult. So that's it. That is our What's Up Wednesday. I do, however, need to eat one of these, which I definitely shouldn't because I still don't have enough food in my system, but I cannot stop. And even if you don't go on and get maple syrup, pure maple syrup, if you don't, at least go on and buy, and these guys are not sponsored, I'm not affiliated. However, if you do call them, tell them I sent you, buy a small thing of the maple candy. This stuff, it's amazing, folks. And I'm not trying to over exaggerate it, but it is just so freaking good. Melt. You just feel it. You just feel it coming right through your veins. This stuff is so good. Okay, I'm gonna put this away. This is stole my other 2 packages because she's like, "Oh, April sent you some. You got extra." I'm like, "The heck I do, woman." That's where we're at. So, thank you, folks, for sending me all the sweet swag. Oh, I forgot one more. What in the thunder is wrong with me? This mother load shows up today for my children. and I don't know the affiliation here. So this comes from Tammy and Keith B. And I don't know their affiliation with this, but he wrote, "Hello, Eric and family. Enclosed, you'll find some art supplies for yourself, but more so for your children. Maybe they can make channel art for you. Make it a more colorful atmosphere. Feel no obligation to show the products. This is a gift for all the hard work you do, and yet find time to keep everyone entertained, because I'm like a male entertainer." That's my title. But honestly, this is going to end up being a bribe. We have a 2011 F-150. Here comes the real deal. The dealer or any mechanic locally can seem to fix. Right now, it isn't an active problem, but when, and oh, it will, comes back, we will be making an appointment for your services. So remember us fondly when we schedule. So it was a bribe with a little threat on the end. I feel a little threatened there. Not really. Thank you kindly, Tammy and Keith B. So you know who wrote the letter. The woman. Tammy did. Well, Tammy and Keith, you sent a gift that is extremely generous to my children. It is down there on the floor, folks. That is a massive box packed to the top, like it's of all types of art supplies. My daughter Trinity is big time artsy fartsy. The girl loves art stuff. As a matter of fact, she stays after school sometimes. Several times a week, I should say, in special art classes. Loves doing art stuff, art projects. Has done some beautiful oil on canvas paintings. At only 7 years old is cranking these things out. 6 years old, mind you. So she's done some really cool stuff. They sent this huge box. I'm not going to go through it all. They told me that I didn't have to. However, I want to express my gratitude and thank them for that. When Trinity and the boys came from school today and they saw that, they were super stoked. Going through, there's crayons, chalk, there's everything, markers, this massive thing of construction paper, just like everything you need. Extremely generous gift. So thank you, Tammy and Keith B, for that. My kids certainly will use it. We'll definitely get some artwork hanging up in here to make a more colorful atmosphere, as you stated. So super cool there. I think it's called detection. What did I miss? Yeah, you guys know I use off camera. I love playing arts and crafts. I make little cool things, man. Give me a glue stick and a pair of scissors and some, construction paper. Keep me busy for hours. Only the one box? No, Keith. It showed up in 2 boxes. Mrs. O consolidated it into one. It was pretty awesome. She was, I do see Keith on there. So there he is. So, but yes, the kids were super stoked, particularly Trinity. The little girl loses her mind over that kind of stuff, and extremely grateful. Yes, there is Play-Doh in there, Mike. In case you asked, you're welcome to play with some when you come up if you so desire. I'm not much of a Play-Doh guy. Every time I make Play-Doh, or use Play-Doh, I just make a snake or a ball or something inappropriate and then get in trouble. Because that's how I am. Yeah, I won't forget my kids. I got to get them here in 40 minutes. Glue sticks, yeah. Rubber cement, make fake snot. Yeah, and then you can roll it and make little fake boogers with the rubber cement. All kinds of good stuff you can do. Drink more whiskey than eat the paste now. But, so thank you, Keith. I don't know if your wife is watching. Be sure to thank her for us on behalf of myself, Mrs. O, and the children. Be sure to give me a call when your 11 F-150 finally decides to rear its ugly face of whatever symptom it's having. I'll do my best to help you as much as I can, being that I've been bribed. How am I not 400 pounds? I don't know. I'm 220 something, 221, I think is what I weigh last time I checked. Slowly on the uphill climb. Have I ever worked on an Acura NSX? I have. I have a customer that has one. Yeah. She also knows not to smell for popcorn anymore. Yeah, my kids are totally over that joke. I've really overstayed my welcome on the popcorn is something burning joke. Yes, I did get the Yeti cup. We spoke about that earlier. However, it's in the wash right now. Wife and kids are doing good. Strawberry ice cream tonight. Oh, Bravo, JC. I ate my last little bit of ice cream last night, so might have to stop on the way home and get some. That's how you get fat, dude. 1 pound at a time. Wow, that's just how Johnny Cash got his Cadillac, one piece at a time. So, and I don't know. I stay pretty active. I'm always doing something. I'm not exempt from gaining weight. I don't holster carry in the shop just because I'm always working on customers' cars. I'm not a big fan of the inside the pants holster. I haven't found one that I enjoy yet. However, I keep, we'll say, protection at hand, very readily available no matter where I'm at in my shop. So, getting any sun yet? Yeah, it has been getting decent outside, starting to. It's turning into mud season. That's good. Winter time, I believe, is leaving us. Well, I work on a Yugo. I've never even seen a Yugo. What kind of Yeti is it? It's a, you know, a short, like a big coffee cup with a plastic lid. I don't know. Let's see. Oh man, that's pretty good brownie. Anyhow, geez, I feel like I'm losing my mind today. I was debating not to, given the circumstances, in case you guys haven't, if you weren't tuned in the beginning, given my circumstances for today, I debated not to do a What's Up Wednesday, simply because I thought I'd have to kind of regain myself a little bit, or not regain myself, but just kind of keep control of my emotions and, you know, stuff like that. I don't even know what to say at this point. But I decided to. I figured, well, I got some time to kill, you know, before I got to pick up the kids. So I don't know. You guys seem to kind of simmer me down. Of course, it is fun always showing all the sweet stuff that, you know, you guys send and reading the letters, and you know, that's always great, and I always do appreciate that. So I didn't want to skip the chance to express my gratitude despite my current situation. So yeah, so we'll leave it at that. So, you know, thanks a lot, guys, for all that you do and for kind of sticking through us in the SMA channel and making us what we are today. And I don't really have anything prepared as far as what to talk about. One thing I will say, I do know, oddly enough, a lot of folks are asking about our Harbor Freight impacts, our Harbor Freight, you know, ratchets that we have. You know, what do you think? You know, do I like them? Have I used them? I'm assuming a lot of folks don't follow us religiously or regularly to see that, you know, I've essentially used, you know, the Harbor Freight half-inch gun, 3/8 gun pretty exclusively since November, I think it was, that I got them. I'd have to look at the dates on them. The 3/8 gun prior to that, and my opinion as of right now, they're fantastic. I've used them, you know, every single day, every day, you know, for doing, you know, tires, wheels. You know, I've got my batteries over here. I've dropped it. I broke a little piece off it, still rocking. I have had yet to have any problems with them. They're extremely strong. Their air ratchet, or their electric ratchet, I should say, their 3/8 ratchet, I've reefed on it. I've pushed on it quite hard. My only gripe with that is the fact that it doesn't, you know, doesn't have a light on it. And other than that, they're working great. Until they break, I can't really say anything other than just the facts. They work fantastic. For the price, you can't beat them. Let's see. I see you using that tablet from TST. Oh, that's Bill MCK12345. I did meet him down at TST. Cool guy. Yes, Bill, I do use my little tablet, fake tablet, the Amazon Fire. You know, we got these when we went to TST seminar, so I bought a case for mine. It's a Poetic case. They're like military tested. You can shoot it with a 50 cal and it will put a hole straight through it. But other than that, they're pretty handy, and I like it because, you know, now I can, you know, I go over to the car, you know, boom, I'm like, what, you know, I got some wiring diagrams right here. I can go zippy zap through it, you know, flick around. I've got my VIN scanner app put on it, so I can bloop, scan my VIN. I can load it. Go on, you know, Identifix, go on Mitchell, go on, you know, Advanced, Napper, wherever I want. So yeah, I also have a Amazon Fire 8 at home that I got from, you know, from Advanced for buying parts. And this is the Fire 7, but they're pretty handy to have. Got a little kickstand. I do use this at work. Battery lasts a long time. I set it up inside the car. I can be like, oh yeah, that's a wire, touchscreen, zip around. Of course, most of my scan tools are Android based, very similar to this. And I can do the same thing with them, but sometimes it's a pain in the neck to go, you know, let's say you're on your, you know, on the OTC, on any of them, the Alltel, the Launch. I can get on the internet with all of them, but, you know, now you're flicking back and forth between menus. They're not as zippy zap as this. This thing flicks along pretty good on the internet. You do have to do a mod to it to install the Google Play Store. So because these just come with like just Amazon apps, because these are an Amazon based, you know, tablet. I don't know if you're not, but, you know, you just have the Silk browser, the Amazon App Store, which has nothing in it, you know, other than like, you know, Netflix, Pandora, YouTube, some common stuff, but it doesn't have like our, you know, ATG VE calculator that I like to use. It doesn't have Google Chrome. It doesn't have a lot of stuff. The Advanced Auto VIN Scanner, the, you know, a lot of stuff that I use is only in the Play Store. So you can add the Play Store to these without rooting them. Lots of information on that online. It works great. And then you just have the Play Store, your Google account, and away you go. That was probably way too much on this. Which case do I use? It is the Poetic Revolution. It's going to set you back about $30, Bill. They're a great case. Same case I use on my telephone and the same case that I use on any other tablet that I have, because I'm kind of brutal. I never clean my hands and I tend to drop stuff. But yeah, so that's that. That's that in a nutshell. What's going on in here? wEdNesDAy is made by Astro. I use little of their air tools. Yes, wEdNesDAy, the 4980 is made by Astro. And it's, you know, you guys have seen it in, you know, my video, so you know how that works. We call it mod. We call it a hack for the fire. I missed something here. Sometimes it's hard to get up in your guys' conversation because you got, you know, 1,200 people watching. And people are getting bored at this point and checking out. But that's okay. Like I say, I'm extremely underprepared tonight for What's Up Wednesday, and I don't blame you if you leave. Not a bad day. You have to go back to the beginning and watch that blue to figure out, you know, what's going on. I explained it all. I'm not going to relive it. So what do we got here? Let's see. What else has been going on? Got heads off a Subaru over there. Got an 09 Subaru, 77,000 miles. Pulled the heads off that the other day. Pretty substantial oil leak. The machine shop just called me today. The heads are done on that. Of course, I got all new valve guides. Those have a tendency to have the valve guides migrate out of the head. So I've got that done. The other Honda that was sitting over there, 3.5, didn't even have a video on that one. They got the heads off that. Those are done. That's all put back together. Oh, yeah. So I guess I'll run this by you folks. We got a few minutes. Kind of an interesting situation today, and it's a situation that I'm in often enough to know that it's somewhat frustrating, and I did do a video on this, so it's going to be repeated when you guys watch this video. 08, 07 Hyundai Tucson comes in, got a 2.0 and a stick in it. Pretty sweet. Never had a Tucson with a stick shift. Came in, been to multiple other shops. One shop telling the lady, you know, she needs a computer because it's got some ground short in it. You know, the lady's just trying to tell me what they told her. Another shop had replaced oxygen sensors because they told her it needed oxygen sensors. All she knows is every single time she picks up her car from the shop, the money light is on. And like she drops it off, they charge her money, she picks it up, leaves, the light is on. The light is on when she leaves. So she's very distrusting, which I don't blame her. Somebody told her to come see me, so she did. She brings it here. I can see that she's, you know, a little bit on the defense, which, you know, I don't blame her. I'm pretty nice to everybody, so I'm, you know, being nice to her. But you could tell, you know, that little bit of sternness, wants some distance. Talk to her about all the previous repairs, what's happened, you know, as it's my habit to do in the customer interview process. Did that, bring the car in, expecting to see this, you know, mess. And I plug it in, grab scan tool, and it's got a P0102 in it for, you know, mass airflow circuit low. And I'm like, okay, you know, it's a Hyundai, mass airflow circuit low. Start it up, mass airflow stuck at 0.01 volts. Rev it up, nothing. Boom, boom, boom. Go out, unplug it, quick circuit check with my fingers. Bam, jumps up to 5 volts, power ground. Long story short, mass airflow is junk. You know, plain and simple. I don't know what the other shops were seeing. All I do know, though, is the vehicle came in and it did not have a full drive cycle done on it. As you know, Hyundais with bad mass airflows will not run the drive cycle. We've proved that in other videos, or in another video, a recent video. So here I am. I'm in the position where, you know, we have this new customer. Here's the code that it has currently. I'm 100% positive in my diagnosis on that, as you'll see on the video. However, I have to explain to them that because the drive cycle is not completed when it came in, there potentially could be other codes that are, you know, that come up. I mean, a lot of you folks know that, you know, perhaps you don't, but that is the potential problem. So trying to explain this to a customer who's already been, you know, kind of dragged through the, you know, the ringer here with other shops, it makes it sound like you're guessing, saying you have this wrong, your mass airflow sensor is wrong, but there might be other things wrong. And essentially that is 100% the truth. There may be. And I tried to express that to her the best way that I could. She seemed to be receptive of it. Of course, when I was done fixing the mass airflow sensor, you know dang well I'm not letting that go until I can run a drive cycle on it. You know, in which I did. I ran everything except for the evap, which she said that she had not been having any evap problems prior. No gas, you know, I called it the gas cap code, no gas cap codes, and the O2 heater had not run. However, you'll notice in the video that the vehicle was not the safest of vehicles. You'll see when I'm driving it. Unfortunately, it came from a shop who does lick'em stick'ems. You know, they slap an inspection sticker on it and it is an absolute death trap. Wheel bearings, struts. I mean, just, if it scares me when I drive, it's bad. And I've drove junk. So I'll leave it at that. I'll let you guys check it out. But it puts me in kind of an odd spot when, you know, when we do have a customer, new customer that comes in and been, you know, I don't want to say ripped off at other shops, but when they've been places that haven't done a full diagnosis, we'll call it that. But we made the right call, did the mass airflow, verified it, proved it in the video, ran the drive cycle the best that we could. Of course, it was, you know, out of gas, stuff like that, you know, typical. But it scared me when I drove it. So you'll get more of a rundown in the video. Of course, I also rant in that video about these guys who put the frickin' inspection stickers on these cars thinking you're doing somebody a favor. You're not doing anybody a favor. If that car comes in your shop and it's got frickin' ball tires and broken springs and, you know, it's, you know, steering's loose and wheel bearings are bad, don't put a sticker on it. You're not doing that person a favor at all. First of all, you're risking your business, your livelihood, your state inspection license, your repair license, and you're not doing them any justice. I am sorry if they cannot afford to do the repairs at my facility. If I bring it in and it will not pass state inspection, I do not make up them rules. However, I'm required to follow them. It's the bottom line. And my vehicle is not exempt. If I bring in my truck and it's got a bad tire on end, well, guess what, pal? You know, I'm not putting my sticker on it. No way. Something happens, you get in an accident, and you know, your vehicle gets investigated, and you know, here's a sticker. And the car I was driving today, this sticker wasn't even on there for 300 miles, and there is no way in hell that thing passed. Bottom line. But they go to their place, their buddy who knows a guy, he puts a sticker on it, and you're just putting, you know, yourself in jeopardy, the people in the oncoming traffic in jeopardy, the people driving the car in jeopardy. And you guys know I'm not a big safety Nazi. You know, in the shop, like, oh, you got to wear your safety glass, you know, whatever, that affects me. But, you know, the way I look at it, you know, my family's driving around the road in their minivan, and here comes this piece of crap coming at them with a brand new yellow state inspection sticker on it, 70 miles an hour in the other lane with tie rod ends ready to drop right off it. You know, that, it kind of pisses me off. But just, and how's your shop supposed to make any money? Not that the, you know, this inspections are just this money grab. You know, I understand why the state does it, emissions and safety portion of it. I get it. I may not agree with it sometimes, and yeah, sometimes it sucks. You know, especially if you got a $1,200 beater that needs an $1,800 Cadillac converter. You know, yeah, are they trying to phase out old cars that aren't meeting emissions? I'm absolutely certain of it. But it, you know, it is what it is. You know, I don't see how the shop thinks they're benefiting whatsoever by doing shoddy inspections. That is my opinion, and that I'm sticking to it. So, so yeah, I mean, I know, you know, a lot of people are, you know, glad that their state doesn't have inspections. In a way, as a business person, I'm glad, excuse me, I'm glad that my state does have inspections in the sense that it does bring, you know, it does bring business to our shops. It does, if people are doing their jobs, if repair shops are doing their jobs, it theoretically makes the cars on our roads safer. For the majority of the part, you know, some of the stuff is BS. Like, you know, yes, your little red seatbelt light, if that doesn't work, technically you fail state inspection. If your windows are tinted, you know, you fail inspection. You know, some of the stuff I agree is BS. You know, whatever. Steering, suspension, brakes, safety items, I'm totally for it. Because like I say, you know, I mean, some of the speed limits around here, you know, you dip down just into PA, now your speed limit's 70 miles an hour. So of course you're going 80, 85. You know, do you want to know that the other guy coming at you is, you know, like, yeah, baby, no inspections, man. You know, and you're driving along with your family, you know, I don't have to do the Tommy boy thing for you, you know. I could show you, but you guys have probably all seen the movie. Yeah, so that's my rant on safety inspections. It's a love-hate, but they do, as a shop owner, they do bring you business. And if you run a legit business, the majority of the time people come in, you're like, well, you know, bring them right out and show them. I bring them out and shop. Like, look, here's, you know, here's your rear brake shoes. State law requires on, you know, riveted shoes, 2 30-seconds to the rivet, 1 30-second rivet, whatever it is on bonded pad. Show them. Just like most people, the majority of people are grateful. They come out. I had no idea that my tie rod end was loose. Wow, you found that wow, that wheel bearing is really loose. Thank you for showing. How much is it to fix it? Okay, well, can I leave the car? It's that simple. Some people come out and they're pissed off because you bring them out and say, you know, car's up on a lift. I got nothing to hide. So I bring them out and show them, like, look, you know, here you got 2 broken leaves in the spring pack. You know, you got 1 front spring that's broke. You know, this tire or the, you know, sway bar link's busted off. This control arm bushing's pushed out of it. They see it with their own eyes. They come out and look at it. Yeah, they're unhappy. They don't like it. Is what it is. You give them an estimate. It needs to be fixed regardless. And, you know, they fix it. They might not be happy, but I think they are in the end. Yeah, nobody likes to spend $1,000 on their car, or, you know, $500 or $200 or whatever. And some people aren't even aware. They could be driving down the road, and to the best of their knowledge, their tires are in great shape. However, they had, you know, a ball joint that's excessively worn, completely destroyed the inside tread, and didn't make any sound, no knocking noises, no nothing. And that's feasible. It's plausible. It can happen. Now they come in for state inspection. They come out, they're like, holy crap, I had no idea. You know, I'm glad I came in today. So that's, you know, that's how it works the majority of the time. Most of the customers are happy and grateful that you looked at their car and that you showed them some safety infractions. So that's where I'm at with that. What do you guys think? I'll pass the question back to you. Oh, fat man in a little coat. Fat man in... I should go get a little coat and do the song. Crown Vic X cop car. What's my thoughts? My thought is, if it has a fire suppression unit in it, sell it, because they sell for thousands of dollars for those units alone. Just FYI. And you don't have to agree with it. You can agree to disagree. If you hate inspections and think F you and your inspections, that's your deal. I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinions. Are like a-holes. Everybody's got one. Yeah, it's a necessary evil. Yes, like Dr. Evil of cars. Yeah, everybody wanted to be your buddy until they wanted to pass, and that's the way it is here. You know, my dad told me, way back, I started my own business. He's like, you got to keep your friends and your business separate. And that is a hard thing to do. And because you get your buddies and, these are guys, you grew up with, drinking beers and, hanging out, raising hell. And now all of a sudden they come in, buddy, like, hey, man, you throw a sticker on my truck. It's got, broken windshield, no seat belts and, 4-ball tires. And I'm going out to get hammered tonight. You can't, no. And so it's kind of who you find out who your friends are. Because it's probably a lot of you know, if you have a backhoe, a lift, a shop, a trailer, a pickup truck, or an inspection machine, you tend to have a lot of friends, but not a lot of real friends. So that's kind of the way to weed them out. So that's where I'm at. That's the only thing I was kind of thinking of today. Funniest customer story ever. I'd have to think. I'm not really in a thinking mood today, as you guys can probably tell. Andrew Cooper says he needs a backhoe. You do need a backhoe. Every guy should own a backhoe. I'm just saying. Yeah. A real friend won't ask that. Well, not that a real friend won't ask. A real friend will understand your situation and saying, hey, look, this is my livelihood that I have to provide for my family. No, I cannot get you a lick 'em, stick 'em. I know a guy who can. Send him up to that guy's shop, whatever. But, don't mind you asking, but no, I can't. I hope you understand. And you got to leave it at that. And that's the way it is. I will not give a faulty inspection sticker. No way. In New York State right now, if you lose your inspection license, you do not get it back. There is a waiting list for shops to get inspection licenses. So no, I will not jeopardize that. No way. Oh yeah, here come all the hoe jokes. So anybody making the black hoe jokes or the backhoe jokes, they all get deleted. So just FYI, we're talking about backhoe, like digging machine backhoe. So yeah, how about a front hoe? I think it's like an excavator would be more like a front hoe. Not a NASCAR fan. I am not a NASCAR fan. I never watched NASCAR. Jerky boys, you have inspection license? Oh, Richard, I'm not going to recite that theme or that Jerky boys scene. Yeah, everybody needs a great all. Yeah, exactly. JC Smith, he's got all the cool stuff. He's always buying crap too. He's got his high lift and he's got all the sweet stuff. There's Michael Owen. I've been seeing him creeping around on other channels over at WTF Farm Girl, seeing him over there sneaking around. I was spying on him. Don't let him fool you. Let's see. What ATG manuals do I own? That's a good question, Steve. The most recent one that I have their EVAP one. I've got one that they've done specifically on Chryslers. I've got their one of their lab scope ones. It basically, I'd have to stop and think I have a lot of books. Any ATG book you're gonna get, you're gonna win with. So I'll sum it up as that. You need a lot of land to have all that stuff. Yeah, because if you got all that stuff and you don't have, a means to own a backhoe or an excavator, sometimes you just go out and dig a hole just to fill it in because they're fun to use. I wish I had a bulldozer. That's what I'd like. I'd like to have a dozer and an excavator and a 10-wheeler and a low boy. And I don't even know why. Just because. Who doesn't want one of those, What am I doing at the WTF Farm Girl? Same thing you are, Randy, watching videos. Don't assume. 7:45. Oh, it is 7:45. I need to wrap it up here, folks. Miss Sheba's laying around here somewhere. Oh, she's over here before Miss O gonna be mad. She just gave her a bath. We need to cut it short. I'm sorry that I'm not in my correct frame of mind. I tried to pull it off the best I could with you guys, but I'm dying on the inside. I miss my dog, and it is what it is. I'm not going to cry my tears in this bottle of whiskey, but I probably will drink a little more because it was pretty dang good. Really dang good. I thank all you guys for all the support that you give me, both over here and in the comments, monetarily and through sending sweet stuff like maple syrup and all your good stuff, cookies, treats, license plates, art supplies for my chillins. I know that they thank you. However, they couldn't be here personally tonight to thank you. And they certainly won't want to be here and have me talk about Chloe, because that would trigger them again. So I got to go home, get some of that stuff straightened out. I'm sure it'll be another long night. So keep me in your thoughts, prayers, vibes, however you say it. And we'll get that, get it squared away, and things will be back normal here in a few days, I'm sure. And I guess that's it. I have to sign off. We'll catch you guys coming up here soon. I do have a short supply of videos. As a matter of fact, thanks MD Lee for the ice cream fund. Going to get that on the way home. I need to get some video material. We're getting just absolutely obliterated here at work, and I do need to get you guys out some videos. So I promise I will do that ASAP, as soon as possible. And the next one coming up is likely going to be on that Hyundai with the mass airflow. So be on the lookout for that. In the meantime, find us around socials that don't include anything except Google Plus and Facebook, who nobody really uses much anymore. Patreon, you know where that's at. I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. And just remember, viewers, if I can do it, you can do it. Thanks for watching.